Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that guy doing? That guy tried. He really did. He wanted to smoosh me into the snow, into nothingness, but fortunately for myself, he completely and utterly fucked it up and missed me totally. So he got shot in the face. And I'm so sick of hitting these long-range straw rockets just to not be rewarded. Come on, man. Like, just out of sheer principle, I should be getting that kill. I don't care if it's not realistic. I hit him from like 4 miles away. He should be dead. Not this guy though. I tried, but he was moving too quickly, and I don't have the reactions of a cat on crack. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Well, I want to talk about Battlefield as a whole, and where this series is really going. Is it going anywhere? Is it going to die? I'm hoping not, because I fucking like these games, and I really do hope that they can continue to make them. I don't know. I mean, with Battlefield Hardline coming out in like, what, like 4 months time? It doesn't seem too promising that people are really gonna hop on board with that game. It just seems that no matter what EA do with that game, how much hype they try and make for it, people just don't seem to really care. No matter how good they make it look, and admittedly they don't really make it look that amazing, but these guys go flying all over the place. Look at them, man, just scattering all over the countryside. I did not expect that reaction from that explosion. But no matter what they seem to do with Battlefield Hardline, people just don't seem to give a shit. So I'm a bit worried that that's going to end up, you know, killing or really damaging the series going forward, and I'm just hoping that that's not really the case. Because I asked you guys a couple weeks ago if you were at all interested in this upcoming Battlefield game, and a lot of you, a staggering amount actually, said no. You just don't, you're not giving this game a chance whatsoever, and you know, you're well within your right to do so. It's your money. Of course, they have let a lot of people down. A lot of people did not like Battlefield 4, at least the problems that Battlefield 4 had, or possibly with the DLC. The way that they conduct their business with the DLC is shady, to say the least. I mean, when it comes to a lot of the DLC, you're paying up front for this shit, and then when it comes out in the end, it's not as good as you really wanted it to be, despite the fact that you've thrown down your hard-earned money for this DLC, and in the end it's just not that good. So it's just got me wondering going forward if Battlefield is still going to be in as strong a position coming out of Hardline as it really was going into Battlefield 4, because they were in a very strong position going into Battlefield 4. They were picking up sales left and right. Even their main competitor COD was seen as being on the decline, so it just seems that they've fucked up their chance. They really have, at least with Battlefield 4. So many people got really turned off from the series because of the failures of this game, that their next attempt at the game coming so quickly just seems to have killed off a lot of their potential market share. And it's disappointing. It really is. They've only got themselves to blame. It's more along the theme of what has been the case recently with the gaming industry, where too many people are releasing too many games when they're not done. It just seems that they're trying so hard to try and get part of the big sort of slice that is those holiday sales or whatever. The sales around November, October, December. The people really want to get in on that time slot. They're releasing their game earlier than what it really should be, and thinking, oh, we can just patch it later on, which they can, but at the same time, people expect quality up front if they're going to be the first guys to jump on a certain game. So I just feel that EA have shot themselves in the foot when it comes to Battlefield, because they didn't take their time with it, put it out too early, and now a lot of people just do not trust DICE or EA or Visceral Games, the new upcoming dev for Battlefield Hardline. It just doesn't seem like that trust is even there anymore, so many people aren't going to buy the game, to the point where you don't know what the suits, so the people that run the show at EA, are going to be thinking about for the future. So I asked the question, what is next for Battlefield? Like, what are they going to be doing next time round? I'm going to be assuming either 2016 or 2017, probably 2016, the way that they've been running the thing recently. I mean, they could take a break, they could, but I don't think they will, because they like money, and that's pretty much the only thing to consider. So that is really their thought behind releasing these games so early, is just the fact that they want to make that money, and they need the money now, so they can make more money later. It just seems to be the way of things, which is unfortunate because we want good fucking games. We want them to finish their games and then give us the games, and then we can play the games and have fucking fun with the games. But it just seems that they just throw these things out so early and unfinished that, well, people don't want to give them their money anymore because they want to rather spend their money on other games that are possibly fucking finished and also good. Like I said, it's not just EA that's doing this. Ubisoft have been at fault with this when it comes to the Assassin's Creed series, as well as possibly Far Cry. I'm not too sure. Far Cry games are good fucking games. Are probably the best example. Now recently I bought an Xbox, right? I bought an Xbox about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, something like that. And I got Halo Master Chief Collection with the Xbox. And it still doesn't work properly. I can play it kind of now, but it takes still like 5-10 minutes to get into an actual server or lobby or whatever the fuck it's called when it comes to that game. This guy, why are you shooting my health pack? Like, what are you doing that for? Fuck you, man. And then I just go and totally save the guy by just blasting that guy's fucking head off and then just doing some ninja shit, jumping down and getting a flashlight in that guy's face and shooting him in the groin with my M1911. But back to my original point. Master Chief Collection, that shit wasn't ready to come out. Everything else was sort of fine on that, but when it came to the servers of the game, again, they were not ready and the game absolutely failed. Good game, just some shortcomings that really ruined it, to be honest, and I'm just waiting for them to actually finish that shit. But anyway, back on the subject of Battlefield. I'm just wondering what they can do to regain the trust of the customers. Because it just seems that Hardline is not the answer at the moment. I know a lot of people want them to price cut that game and do all sorts of things to try and sort of entice people to actually buy it. Personally, I think that the game should be available at some form of discounted price if you are a Battlefield premium user. I mean, not to, you know, put anyone else out there saying, oh, you're not premium, you don't get the discount. It's just that the people that put down money for premium are probably the guys that were most disappointed when things didn't go quite according to plan when it came to Battlefield 4. Not to say that no one else was disappointed, I'm just saying these guys threw down some money, they expected the quality, and in the end they didn't quite get what they paid for. So they should at least do something to recapture that market and also regain the trust of these people, you know, because it just doesn't seem fair whatsoever that they pushed this game out and the previous game was so broken and buggy when it came out, and these people paid so much money to get in on this game when it did come out, to the point where it just didn't work, and it just feels that they were ripped. A lot of these people feel like they were ripped off. So I mean, they should try and do something for these people. Surely they have on record that this person has Battlefield 4 Premium, so maybe they should, you know, offer them some sort of incentive to buying their next game, because they know they fucked up the previous game. Now, a lot of people are claiming that Battlefield Hardline is a DLC and all the rest of it. Personally, I don't think it's a DLC. I wouldn't go that far, but I would say that there hasn't been enough evolution with the actual game engine or the way the game actually works to really merit total full price. It's not a DLC, but at the same time, it's a sort of in-between between a DLC and a proper fully fleshed out game. It does have its own campaign in there, but who buys Battlefield for the campaign? I haven't even played Battlefield 4's campaign because it didn't look very good, just as simple as that. So for them to just fire on a campaign in there and go, hey, give us full price, it's kind of, you know, bullshit. But I want you guys leave your comments down below. What do you think that Battlefield is going to do after Battlefield Hardline comes out? Because, I mean, it's inevitable, of course, that they are putting this game out in a few months' time. I don't think it's going to sell as well or anywhere near as well as Battlefield 4 or 3 did, but if they were to put a game out, say, a year after that, and say, for example, it was Battlefield Bad Company 3, I think people would buy the absolute shit out of that. I think, personally, so many people have been asking for Battlefield Bad Company 3, they should really hop on that and try and regain the trust of the customers. I think, personally, that that game will be out in the next couple of years. I'm hoping they don't just go straight for Battlefield 5, because at that time it just feels like they're just churning out way too many of these main Battlefield games to the point where they're all pretty much the same. At least I know Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 were very, very similar. So yeah guys, leave your comments down below with all your opinions on pretty much everything I talked about in today's video. Felt I played quite well in the actual gameplay of today, so hope you enjoyed watching that, and I will see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.